At 18, my dad kicked me out for disrespect. I asked why my sister got a car and I didn't. 2 years later, she totaled the car. He asked me for help with the payments. My sister Emily has always been the golden child. Growing up, everything around her felt bigger, louder, more important. Her birthdays were full-blown parties, decorations, catered food, a dozen people from church, neighbors, co-workers. Mine were usually a cake from the grocery store and a quiet dinner at home. I stopped expecting things pretty early, but the car was different. Emily turned 17, and my dad made a whole show out of it. He walked her outside with everyone watching, keys in his hand like it was some kind of movie moment. Brand new sedan sitting in the driveway with a bow on it. She screamed, hugged him, cried. Everyone clapped. I stood on the porch, hands in my pockets. I had just turned 18 a few months before that. No party, no gift, just a "you're an adult now" speech, and a reminder to start thinking about moving out. That night, after everyone left and the house finally went quiet, I asked him, not yelling, not accusing, just asked, "Hey, can I ask you something?" He didn't even look up from his phone. "What? How come Emily got a car and I didn't?" That was it. That was the whole question. He looked at me then, slow, like I just said something way out of line. "Because she deserves it." I nodded, waiting. Thought maybe he'd explain more. He didn't. I tried again. "I've been working since I was 16. I've been helping with bills too. I don't get it." That's when his tone changed. "You're really gonna stand there and compare yourself to your sister?" "I'm not comparing, you're being disrespectful." That word landed harder than I expected. "I'm just asking a question." "No," he snapped, finally standing up. "You're questioning me. In my house." I remember just standing there, kind of stunned, like I missed something in the conversation. "I didn't mean it like that." "Well, that's how it came out." Then he said, "If you don't like how things are done here, you can leave." I thought he was bluffing. I really did. I gave a small laugh. "You're serious?" "Dead serious." Indistinct. I waited for him to soften, to walk it back. He didn't. "You've got an attitude problem," he said, "and I'm not gonna tolerate it." That was the end of it. I packed a bag that night. Just clothes, my laptop, whatever cash I had. I slept on a friend's couch for a couple weeks, picked up more shifts at work, and eventually found a tiny room to rent. No calls, no texts, nothing from him. Emily sent me one message a few days later. "Why did you make Dad so mad?" I didn't reply. 2 years went by like that. I worked a lot, saved everything I could, moved into a better place, got a more stable job. It wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. Quiet, predictable, peaceful. Then one afternoon, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, but something in me already knew. I answered anyway. "Hello? House." Then, "It's Dad." I leaned back in my chair, staring at the ceiling. "Yeah." Another pause. Longer this time. "I need to talk to you." I didn't say anything. "Emily, she got into an accident." My stomach dropped a little, but I kept my voice steady. "Is she okay?" "She's fine. Just some bruises." "But the car?" He exhaled sharply. "It's totaled." "3. Car." I closed my eyes. "Insurance isn't covering all of it," he continued. "There's still about 8,000 left on the loan." There it was. "I was hoping you could help out, just until I get things sorted." I let that sit for a second. "Help out how?" "Just contribute what you can. You're working now, right?" I actually laughed. Not loud, just enough. "Yeah, I've been working." I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. "Right, we're family," he added. Like that settled everything. I sat up, resting my elbows on my knees. "You remember the last time we talked?" I asked. Silence. "You told me to leave. Over a question. You were being disrespectful." I nodded, even though he couldn't see it. "I asked why my sister got a car and I didn't." "That's not the point." "It is to me." He exhaled again, sharper this time. "Are you seriously bringing that up right now?" "I think it matters. We're dealing with something real here." "So was I." That one hung between us. "I gave you a place to live for 18 years, he said. "The least you can do is help your family when they need it." I looked around my apartment, the cheap furniture, the secondhand table, the quiet. "I needed help when I got kicked out," I said. "I figured it out." "That was your choice." I almost smiled at that. "Yeah," I said. "Just like this is mine." Another long pause. "So you're not going to help?" I took a breath. "I hope Emily's okay, really, but I'm not paying for a car I wasn't even allowed to question." He didn't respond right away. When he finally did, his voice was colder. "Unbelievable." "Maybe," I said. Then I hung up. I sat there for a while after, phone still in my hand. It was quiet again, just like I liked it.